Hello.
Good morning.
Happy Sunday morning.
Happy Mother's Day.
Just a tad bit, couple of minutes late. That's because we had a
Puppy
unruly
crisis.
dog. Yeah, puppy crisis. All of a sudden, she wanted to play.
Yay.
Yeah, perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Good morning.
Hello, Brandy and Scott and Brandy and Dan and Vicky and everybody else that's.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
To you.
You know, if we ever have to start, we previously always start at 10-ish, but the ish is always like 10, 15 or
Well,
so.
it's services, yeah, because people
Yeah.
are talking and visiting. And
Yeah. So right now we just kind of start just kind of yakking for a couple of minutes until people get signed in, because unlike a lot of things that go live that people kind of mosey in, we kind of start and people get on like right now so they can hear everything. So that's why we try to give them a
we
couple
got
of
stuff.
minutes.
I got a lot of stuff to share
We
today.
got stuff. Show the flower. Mom's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Can you see that? This
Normally we give out roses. You broke it.
I did not break it. It's not broken.
You killed it.
I did not. Pretty
Okay.
little vase, pretty
Yes.
little rose.
Out of our garden, obviously.
Yeah, it's a little miniature rose.
But normally we give out roses, and we couldn't this year.
Yeah,
We
we
talked
this year.
about doing it in the parking lot, but unfortunately the places we always get them from, none of
They're
them
not
are
open either, so we're just winging it here.
So
So
happy Mom's
here's
Day.
your rose. It's a rose for all the moms.
Yep.
All the people who love their mom, all the people who were moms instead of being a mom, having a partner that was a mom, they are the mom.
And all the dads that were moms.
That's what I'm trying to say. All of you. Here's to you.
Thank you. And actually, in the newspaper this morning, Baby Blues, it was very, very cute. Has a mom with a child and law enforcement, and then putting out a fire that the child started.
With the magnifying glass.
Yeah, and being a medic from, doing whatever they do, and search and rescue, finding the lost child, and psychotherapist, of course, listening and arguing and all that kind of stuff. Mom, the original first responder. Fun.
Moms is Phil and I came up with a new phrase for the word mom. Remember what we said?
Nope.
It's moments of mercy.
Oh, yeah.
Moments of mercy.
Yeah. I do
So
remember.
you can be a mom, whether you're female or not, and you can be a mom, whether you have offspring or not, when you have moments of
Moments
mercy.
of mercy. Mercy.
Mercy?
Okay,
That
whatever. That too. Okay, we do have a couple patron saints by the name of John Lennon and George Carlin.
Yay, George and John.
Yay, George and John. And John said, I know you say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one.
No, you're not.
I hope someday you can join us and the world will live as one. Yay.
We're certainly seeing the global aspect of our world.
Yeah, we are.
We're
And
all
should.
in this together.
And should. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Should we
And
do
George, equally as insightful. Yeah, right. A house is just a place to keep your stuff while you go out and get more stuff. Some truth to that.
that? Home is where the heart is.
Yes, it is. Okay. Okay. And Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen.
You got to do some NCIS stuff on your own world.
Yep.
Figure it out. What's your faith all about?
If you can't be clever, be good.
You
Walk.
can't be good, be clever.
No. Walk on a rainbow trail. Walk on a trail of a song, and all about you will be beauty.
Mhm.
What a desolate place would be a world without a flower.
True.
It would be a face without a smile. A feast without a welcome. One of our granddaughters had the cheesiest smile on command when she was a child. Oh my God. I mean,
It was really
it was quite cheesy. Quite cheesy.
a cheesy grin.
Cheesy green. Pink flamingos. And Scott, down in Florida. We know where you are. You know flamingos, right? Pink flamingos get their color from beta carotene content in the shrimp that they eat. Flamingos that don't eat shrimp are white.
Who knew?
Who cared,
Who
really?
cared?
Truth be known.
Truth be known.
Wear your learning like your watch in a private pocket, and do not pull it out and strike it merely to show that you have one. Lord Philip Dormer Chesterfield, 1694. Chesterfield.
There used to be Sierras named Chesterfield.
Yes, there was. Yes, there was.
Why would I know that? I don't know.
There was it's kids. I mean, commercials.
Commercials that were just drilled into your head.
Yeah. There is a road from the eye to the heart that goes not through the intellect. We believe that.
Yeah, that's why you loved me.
Right. I'm not even going to touch that one.
I was a dish when I was young. I was a little kid.
Oh, you still are. Gosh.
Thank you.
Deliberation is the work of many men. Action of but one. That's all it takes.
I'm like deliberate on that.
I know. Okay. Well, in the meantime, you can have stupid jokes. Who makes the best exploding underwear? Fruit of the Boom. What do you call a grizzly bear caught in a rain shower? A grizzly bear. These are stupid jokes, okay? What kind of songs are balloons afraid of? Pop songs. And last but absolutely the least, neither one of us can figure out this joke. So
Yeah, I don't
maybe
get it.
someone
I
can
don't
tell
get
us.
it.
I saw it and went, okay, I read it twice and I said, oh, I don't get it. And I asked Jan, and fortunately,
I didn't
she
get
didn't get it either, which makes me feel better because it means neither one of us get it. So I'll tell it and see if anybody gets this, or it's even worth saying. What is every magician's favorite candy bar? Twix.
Why?
I don't know.
If you know, let us know, because inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah. Okay. Just the last and certainly the least that we probably could have done without. But hey, this is the joke part. This is the part where you just kind of don't think about anything but good jokes and maybe not so good jokes.
Well, the whole point of jokes is it's really difficult to get into your heart space when your brain is all logged up with worry and stress and fear. And when you laugh, you break through. So jokes are this beautiful moment where we can break through. Of course, coffee helps, but even if you don't drink coffee, jokes are this wonderful opportunity to break free from all of that and just let it go for a bit. As best
And
you
granted, some of these you've heard before, but why does a round pizza come in a square box? What disease did cured ham actually have?
Oh,
How is it that we put a man on the moon before we figured out it would be a good idea to put wheels on luggage? It really was a great idea. Why is it that people say slept like a baby when babies wake up every 2 hours? If a deaf person has to go to court, is it still called a hearing? And why are you in a movie but you're on TV? I don't know. These things have no answers. Why do people pay to go up in tall buildings and then put money in binoculars to look at things on the ground?
true.
Oh.
Very true.
Fortunately, I'm
He's
done.
done for now.
So, you good?
I'm good. I
Need-
think I'm
need
good.
Anything? More coffee?
Yeah.
Oh, I had to
Oh, I
ask.
didn't do communion yet. You want to do communion? Thank you for asking.
Okay. You're on.
I'm on. Oh,
Well, actually,
Or
we
not.
did a lot.
okay. I've got a lot of stuff to share with you today. And so Divine Source and I had this kind of disagreement first part of the week because it came to my heart what to share with you today. And I thought, well, that's just has nothing to do with Mother's Day. And all I got back was, just trust us. This is what's necessary for now. Let me adjust this just a tad. Sorry. There we go. It was a bit of a glare for me. So what I have to share today may seem off topic, but as the message unfolds, you're going to see the beauty of it. and how it does apply to Mother's Day. So first thing I want you to know is that I'm going to be talking about clearing old trauma. And if old trauma comes up for you as I'm talking, I want you to do this. Ring finger on thumb, cancel, cancel. The reason I'm asking you to do that is your ring finger is about your heart, being in your heart space, and your thumb is about your personal power. Yes, I got this. So your thumbs are about your personal power, being in the moment, being able to be empowered and moving forward. And when you put the two of them together, being stuck in an old memory or an old trauma dissipates. Cancel, cancel. So that's your code. That's your key for the rest of the service here today, is I want you to be able to be in the here and now, be present. Because here's what happens when we have trauma from the past. We tend to create a construct, a verbal construct about that. So that's Phil. Here we go. So
they can't see me. They never would have known I was
yeah,
here.
You had this came in.
Oh,
the
did
screen.
that come in the screen? Oh.
So a little distraction there. Cancel, cancel if that upsets you. So but we created a verbal construct to support that. This person did this to me and I was this age and this is how it felt. And as a result of that, so on and so on. So we create this verbal construct. Now, the verbal construct is here to help us survive, but it's not here to support us. It supports the trauma. It doesn't support us as an empowered being. Do you understand what I'm saying? So letting go of this construct is what we're talking about today. We're going to release that and then in turn release the trauma. Okay, so again, if trauma bubbles up, yay, that means you're ready to release it. And the story that you're telling yourself, or the story that's repeating itself, is this construct that happened to support you through survival of that. Okay, got it? Now, when we have trauma, I want to share with you energetically what happens, because we think it's just trauma. But there's an energetic process that happens that causes a lot of difficulty throughout our life. Okay, so we can heal that and overcome that and minimize that. So then the trauma just becomes, oh, that's a thing. Excuse me. Wouldn't that be nice if you could look at some old trauma and go, oh, look, that happened, and not have all of that anguish and all of that trauma, all of that fear and all that anger, all that stuff come back up again with it? Wouldn't it be nice to be free of that? That's what we're looking at today. That's what the ancient ones brought to me in a writing that I did in January, how to reclaim your power. I'm going to read that here a bit. But here's the deal. In a trauma situation, and again, if you experience a trauma bubbling up, cancel, cancel. In a trauma situation, often the victim or the receiver is blindsided by a negative energy. It comes out of the blue, supposedly, or we're not in tune to it, or we're not set for it. Oftentimes abusers who have been abused themselves, and then they in turn just keep doing the same pattern because they don't know any different, or that's the energetic structure that they have committed themselves to or identified with and haven't shifted that pattern. So we want the pattern to stop. We want the pattern to stop here now with us. So what happens here is we're la, 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 and this can happen even if you're online, scrolling through social media and somebody blasts with some horrific thing that you don't need to see, but it hits you out of the blue because you're open. Your eyes are the windows to the soul, are they not? And so when we see things come in through our eyes, they just come in directly and can harm us energetically. So what happens here is if somebody yells at us or somebody startles us and then has the traumatic experience happens, then we have this shattering or tearing of the energy field around the body. So our protective fields are torn open, and they are then the person that is, I don't know what word to use here, the person that is the perpetrator, I guess, I don't know. The person who is suffering will then download their pain into their victim. If you're the recipient, you're the victim in this circumstance. We don't want to be the victim. We want to be an empowered spiritual force for good, not a victim. So we're moving out of that and moving into this empowered state of being. So when we look at this, we look at the construct that has happened and we can heal that. Okay? So when this onslaught happens, either you read it unexpectedly online, on your phone, whatever, or somebody bursts in from outside and they're all spun up about something and yells, even if it's not at you, that can affect your energy field. It tears the energy field. And then their frustration gets downloaded into your being, into your energy field. And then we create these verbal constructs of the story of how it happened and what happened and how bad they are and what a terrible, horrible human being they are because they did this. Right, wrong, go to bed. That's what we do. That's how we survive. Now in AA and other self-help 12-step organizations, they do relate to their story, but their story is the story of recovery, not the story of trauma. They may address the trauma some, but it's about here's where I was, here's my darkest pit, and then here's what I did to get out of it. And that's the energy construct that we're wanting to build, is this empowering structure of who we are really, and not this downloaded, embedded energy of fear and shame and anguish and anger and all of that sort of thing. Make sense? Now, how do you know if you have any of those energies in you? Do you have moments when, or the 4Ds, let me tell you about the 4Ds. Find my little notes. They were right here. There we go. Doubt. Do you doubt yourself? Do you doubt that there's a God in heaven that would help you? Do you doubt that everything is happening in your best interest? You could have underlying trauma that it's time to release. How about despair? Just feeling helpless and worthless and can't move on. You could have some underlying issues that it's time to clear. Dismay. Oh, everything is so horrible. This is horrible and that's horrible. And here's the kicker. That's a trigger point for a lot of us. Disdain. Oh, how could they do such a thing? They're just horrible people. That person's evil, that person's wicked, and that person's terrible. And when we are in judgment and we view people with disdain, that is letting us know that we've got some underlying issues of trauma that it's time for us to clear. Because guess what? They're doing the best they can do. Whatever it is, I don't have to like it. My preference could be something totally different, and I could move on and do other things, stay out of that situation as best I can. But when I have disdain to the point where I have to spew it out, it's time to look at what has been spewed in. It's time to get rid of that stuff. We don't need to carry that anymore. Because what happens is someone who has been traumatized has all of these 4Ds and more in them, and they build and they build and they build, and there's no place to go. And we judge all of that, and we judge ourselves, and we judge other people, and we feel less than and miserable. And then that's got to go somewhere. So what do? We find an opening and we push it onto somebody else. If you've ever yelled at anybody, here it is. That's why. So getting clear within ourselves is absolutely imperative. Because that's the source of this is not because of outside circumstances. No, I have to be angry. No. The same outside sources on an innocent and empowered soul is neutral. Oh, okay, look at that. I don't have to react. I don't have to respond. I don't have to be upset. I can look at that, and if there's action for me to take, I'll take it. That's empowered. I don't have to react. I don't have to be upset. I don't have to be in anguish about anything. And just be peaceful and calm. Make sense? Yeah, it does. So here's the thing. Jesus did this perfectly. Here was a soul that was so clear, so pure, so neutral, and so empowered that even when he was suffering on the cross, he said, Father, forgive them. They don't know what they do. He didn't take it personally. Didn't take offense. Oh, I'm going to smite them. No, just forgive them. They don't know what they do. When people have downloaded their pain onto you, they didn't know they were doing that. They didn't. They just were trying to stop hurting. And that's what the result of that. If you've ever been frustrated with somebody else and you spewed on them, you've done this. You didn't mean to. You're not an evil person. It's just you were trying to get your head above water. And the clearer we can get on the inside, the clearer we can get to this perfect space of clarity and empowerment, that innocent empowerment like Jesus had, then we're less affected by outside circumstances. Wouldn't that be nice? That something outside of us that other people are being traumatized by, we can just look at it and go, there's something here. And I wonder what my action about this would be. And if there is action, then I have the courage to take it. Make sense? So how do we do this? Okay, this is kind of a two-part process. First thing we do is we're going to clear that downloaded energy. Then we're going to heal the energy fields around us. And then we're going to construct a verbal construct, create a verbal construct for ourselves that's going to support and uplift us. All right. So, excuse me, in yoga, my yoga instructor, Heather Anastos, showed us this thing called the breath of joy. Oh, wouldn't that be lovely to breathe in joy? And part of the process is to clear stuff that's not joyful. It's to break free from that. Energetically speaking, when you've had someone download trauma, download their pain, there's a connection that happens and they can continue to download for years afterwards. It's just unbelievable. So to clear that, we're going to use this breath of joy movement. And I'm not going to stand up to show you, so you're going to have to kind of figure this out on your own. You don't want to have tight fists because that's going to block energy. And you don't want to have rigid hands because that's going to shoot energy out. We don't want that. We want relaxed hands. This is going to hold your energy in, but we're going to break free from the constructs around us that no longer serve us. So it's 3 breaths in and 1 exhale on a okay, got it? So you're going to take your loose fists out to your sides, cut across your body. So breathe 3 breaths in. 1 more. Now, I probably didn't do that right. But that's the energy that got my dog's attention. What you're doing is you're cutting through all of that. And on the you're hawing out all of this icky stuff. It's like a cosmic bleh. Just haw that out of yourself, all right? Just haw. And can you feel better already? I hope you did that with me. So the 3 breaths in and haw out. Haw that stuff way out. It's just energy. Now in your body, it's disruptive, and in your body, it's painful, and in your body, it's burdensome and heavy. As you haw it out, your awareness of its attachment to a circumstance is disconnected. So it's just energy, and the universe can just absorb that and use it for whatever. So it's not going to hurt a thing to let it go. And it no longer has that attachment within you. And as we cut through your energy field, as we did this, you're cutting all those attachments and all that downloaded energy. So you don't have to feel that ever again anymore. All right. So now we're going to heal the energy field around you. We're going to do figure 8. So you're just going to sweep your hands in front of you. And even if somebody yelled at you from behind, this energy will translate and heal your whole aura. So do some figure 8s here. So I'm just round this side and round that side. I don't know if you can see all of that. I'm trying to make it small so that you can see it. There we go. So it's just a figure 8, little circles moving around. Got that? That heals your energy field. Don't you feel better and feel stronger, more empowered? So you're not the story. You're not the trauma. You're not any of that. You're this empowered, innocent, pure person. You get clear of that, right? That feels pretty good, doesn't it? Now, let's create an energy construct of truth. And the truth is, you are a precious child of light. You are living light of love embodied in this physical form. I want to read to you from Psalms chapter 51, verse 10, one of my favorite ones. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. We just did this. We just did the physical action, and we've asked Spirit to come and help and assist us with this. We've brought this breath of joy into our being. Now I want to read a prayer. Join me in prayer, please. This is a prayer for kindness. Loving Spirit of light, bring kindness into my world today. Help me recognize kindness when it appears in my behalf. Amplify that kindness and guide me to bestow it upon others. A kind word, an act of kindness, a kind thought, a prayer of compassion for another. Bring more kindness into this world and grant me the heart of compassion. May it be so in the name of Jesus. Amen. And our gratitude, I am grateful for the awakening to kindness in my life. The corollary to this pain and suffering is kindness, is compassion. So the construct we're creating for ourselves now is this construct of kindness and compassion. I'm pure, I'm clear, I'm whole, I'm free, I'm kind. Doesn't that feel wonderful? That's the truth of who you really are. All that other stuff is a story that you've told yourself to survive. You don't need that anymore. You're free of that. Cancel, cancel. And moving into where your will and your heart connect on a higher level, within a level of awareness to this innocence and empowerment that is rightfully yours. I want to read to you briefly now an ancient one's that was sent to us, given to us on January of this year. So it's not in the Ancient Ones book. I think we're almost have enough for a second volume of the Ancient Ones. So listen to this. This is pretty powerful stuff. We are with you as you reclaim your power. Oh, we aren't having to do this alone. There's energetic beings that love us. If you can't get your head around God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, all of that stuff, get your head around the fact that there are angels and guides and spirit beings that care and that want us to be happy and whole and empowered. You hesitate to reclaim our power because you fear someone will attempt to take it away from you again, either through force or manipulation. Aren't we afraid? I had a conflict earlier in the week, and I found myself very afraid because I didn't know what that person was going to say next time I saw them. And I know I was going to see them again, communicate with them again, visit with them on the phone, internet, whatever. So I was pretty stressed about that. I was like, oh my gosh, and I felt I had to be on guard. But you never know. You can't be on guard because what they did that time, they'll do something totally different next time. If it's a person that's filled with this chaotic energy, you don't know. So being on guard and fearful isn't helpful at all. Understandable, but it's not going to help you stay clear, cancel, and in the moment, heart space connected to your power of will. Here's what the ancient ones continue to say about that. Your fear would have been accurate in the past, yet you've changed. You've grown. You've been on a path of self-discovery, and the discoveries made so far preclude you from falling victim again. You'll see it. Doesn't mean they're not going to try to download their pain and anguish on you, but you're different now. You don't have a hook point for them to dump into. Your energy field around you is secure, clear. This is to say that perhaps another person may physically have more power over your physical being. This is to say that perhaps another person may have power over your work, as you may still be in the role of employee and civil laws still govern your life. What this does say is that your sense of your own power has shifted Has it not? Don't you feel a little differently now than you did as we began? You no longer strive for the kind of power that comes by force or manipulation, that being guilt, shame, fear, which is dark form of force. Rather, you stand connected to divine source, empowered by your own expanded awareness. This expanded awareness allows you to experience the experience of walking in your sacred path with strength and honor, which in turn brings you joy, breath of joy. This also grants you the ability to speak your truth with the power of grace. You may choose to decline a suggestion from a friend or family member. You may choose to proceed in a different direction than others expect. You may choose to move beyond preconceived concepts and into greater level of wisdom found within the heart space and within this expanded awareness. In this process, ask for divine assistance and it will be given. You've learned and are learning still the techniques for connecting in and receiving this information, insight, and guidance that is so freely offered to you. Keep seeking the connection of love and joy that brings these insights to you. Should you find yourself in a place where you don't feel as if you're receiving any guidance, be still, be calm. Notice your life with deep gratitude. Then insights will flow. We have more to say on this, but for now, remember gratitude is the key to connection to divine love. Love is the key to expanded awareness. Expanded awareness is the key to an empowered life of joy and abundance. We walk with you as you reclaim this ascension power. Powerful stuff, is it not? Mr. Phil, shall we do communion and then guided meditation? If so. Anything going on back there I should know on the... Okay.
Of course, I didn't look just as you called me, so.
It's okay.
It might have been.
Communion, please.
No. Oh.
Don't mind us. We've never done this before.
Well, it's always something different.
You know, it is always something different. Can you get it?
Mm-hmm.
Communion, bread. This symbolizes the physical aspect of that innocent empowerment. And we get to bring it into our physical life and our physical form. So join me in prayer, please. Loving Spirit of Light, as we take this in, help us to acknowledge, reclaim, and re-empower our innocence. Bring us into sacred awareness. These things we pray in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Do you know everybody can see the dog?
Mm.
It's right there.
Doesn't mean I can.
Oh, maybe not. Who knows? Go ahead.
Not that we get distracted.
No.
This is why Phil's spirit animal is a squirrel.
You know what that's for? The dog.
I don't want to hear this.
Okay.
Moving on. The grape juice, whether you have some at home or not, or you remember the flavor, you know what grape juice is about. This is that lifeblood of innocence, the lifeblood of power. So we're going to drink it in. And with your memory and your virtual awareness of this, you can receive it as well. So join us in prayer. Loving Spirit of Light, as we drink this in, help us to drink in life, all of it. Help us to empower ourselves through the challenges and into joy and abundance. In the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Down the hatch.
And at this point,
normally we would have someone from the congregation at random just come up and talk about donations. And I'm always amazed at the wonderful things people say.
yeah,
Because we don't do guilt, we don't do any of that kind of stuff. We still have a building, and it still has stuff that needs to be done and stuff. So we appreciate what you've been doing so far. So thank you so much, and please contribute. Usually Beth puts a link up here, so she'll probably do that again. And there's links on Facebook. There's
The
links at the
website.
church. There's links on the website. There's links everywhere.
And if you need to send in a check, we can give you
Yeah.
that
And
mailing address.
And if you go to Amazon and you're on Smile Amazon, doesn't cost you any more. But if you're on Smile and designate the church, then about 0.5% or something of everything you buy, that donation goes back to the church. So
That's cool.
we get $30-$40 every once in a while.
Sure.
Hey,
That
it helps.
helps.
It
Mhm,
helps.
mhm.
So thank you.
Yes.
This is for the dog.
Thank you.
This is the first time I've seen her on the couch. I don't think I've ever seen her on the couch before.
As long as she's quiet.
Yeah,
She could be anywhere. As long as she's
Exactly. So, you want to turn the phone on or?
Let me do the guided meditation first, and then we'll do the phone thing.
Okay.
So, guided meditation. Well, I'm kind of torn between where I want to take you. So I'm thinking. Let's go to a sacred cave. Willing to do that with me? All right. So feet on the floor if you can. If you're in a recliner and your feet are up, just know that there is a floor beneath you, and beneath the floor there's earth that helps you remain grounded. The more grounded you are, the higher you go spiritually. So being aware of that groundedness is really, really helpful. And bring your awareness into your heart space, the center of your being. And as you bring your awareness into the center of your being, you can just be. Just be. We've cleared a lot of debris this morning. So just be with that. Allow yourself to feel comfortable. Allow yourself to feel safe there. I want to take a deep breath in and exhale. Just allow yourself to be. And as you're aware of the earth beneath you and the fact that it has received that negative energy that we released earlier, know that that process can continue, that every time you exhale, you can release even more. And as you're breathing in this joyful, living light of love, the experience of love and light. And as you exhale, you can eliminate anything that is not love and light, detoxifying your whole system. So continue to do that as we go through this process. Now bring your attention to the top of your head. And that's an energy portal there. And if you are mindful of that, you're aware of that, that will open like the eye of a camera, just open up. And as that opens, your connection to spirit intensifies. You're always connected to spirit. But as that connection opens and intensifies, you become aware of energy portals above your head. There are many energy portals above your head, and they have different colors, different energy forms, and you will intuitively know which one is right for you today. Will it be the golden portal? Will it be the iridescent portal? Perhaps the portal that you're drawn to is copper or blue or green or yellow. Whatever you're experiencing is what is right for you. For me, I'm tapping into the turquoise. As you tap into that energy, your awareness will just nudge it a bit. As your awareness nudges that energy, that reciprocates and pours energy down into the top of your head. So whatever energy field you connected with now pours that energy down into your being. Let it touch your mind. Whatever color you perceive, whatever energy you perceive, allow that to touch your mind. And as it touches your mind, the 4Ds that may have been in your world dissipate. The dismay, the despair, the distrust, and the disdain. They all just dissipate. And instead, you're left with this beautiful energy from divine source that is healing and empowering and strengthening. And you can receive that with gratitude. Let that energy touch your third eye. Let it touch the discernment centers that are above your eyebrows and at the back of your head, sit your occipital lobes. So as those are filled with this light, then you perceive things differently. You can perceive the kindness that is there. You can perceive the love that is there. Whereas in the past, all you might have been able to perceive is trauma and the evidence of trauma, the evidence of fear, the evidence of disdain. You don't have to feel it that way. You can perceive it totally differently. Your shift in perception creates a shift in reception. And allow that energy now to flow into your ears and your throat, your mouth. This allows you to speak your truth with grace, not with anger and hatred and disdain, but with grace. Speaking your truth, which is empowering, which is supportive, which is encouraging, never destroys anyone else. It's just truth. Very neutral energy. Letting more and more of that living light of love flow down into your shoulders. Carry a ton of tension in our shoulders. You might want to roll your shoulders. As you relax your shoulders, more energy can flow in. Let it flow down in your arms and into your hands. You'll start to feel your hands tingle or feel as if they're bigger than they really are. It's like they expand. This expansive awareness of this energy field is about who you really are. You're not just your body. You're the energy field around your body as well. And you have power to manifest that in great strength. So letting more and more of this loving light pour into your torso. As it pours into your torso, let it touch every organ, every system, every tissue, every fiber, every cell, even down into the cells, down into your DNA. Lengthening, expanding, empowering, all the way into your DNA. Changing, turning things on that need to be turned on and turning things off that need to be turned off. Just receive that. What a blessing. Letting more and more of this living light of love flow into your legs, down into your feet, and flow through you into the earth, so that you are a conduit of this living light of love. Whatever flavor you've tapped into today, whatever color you've tapped in today, you're anchoring that into this physical realm. And how wonderful is that, to be a conduit of this living light of love. And just breathe with that for just a moment. And now gently, gently, gently close the bottoms of your feet. Notice that grounding, anchoring that energy here in this place, and allowing more and more love and light to fill the energy field that surrounds your body. So that your energetic vibration, your energetic signature now is a harmonic with this energy that you're receiving from Spirit. And the things that are drawn to your life now will harmonize with this energy. It won't harmonize with anger and fear and frustration. It will harmonize with this beautiful energy that you're being gifted from Spirit. So allow yourself to receive that. And in this state of being a receiver of that energy, we're going to take a little walk in our mind's eye. So allow yourself to find your way to a cave entrance. This cave entrance feels ancient. It's been here a really long time. Generations. And you may feel as if you're the first person to step through. You may feel as if this has been something your ancestors have done, walk through this gateway. However you're perceiving it is what is right for you in this moment. Just notice and perceive that. And now allow yourself to step into this cave, and it opens up into this huge cavern. This beautiful, huge cavern. And as you step into this beautiful, huge cavern, at the very center of the cavern is a shaft of light coming from the center. So there's a hole in the mountain. And that hole is allowing sunlight to shine in down to the center of this cave. And as you're standing on the outskirts, you notice that the entire cave is encrusted with crystals, beautiful crystals. Maybe they're all the same color, maybe they're all the same kind of crystal, maybe it's a bunch of different ones. This is whatever you can imagine, whatever you experience. Just be with it. Have a sense of that. It may have spiritual significance for you. And as you step towards that shaft of light, you notice that there's a crystal in the center of that light. And go ahead, get close to that, approach that, and notice what you see. Perhaps you see a pillar of a crystal, a very tall pillar of a crystal. Perhaps it's a cluster. Or perhaps it's a small crystal just laying in the ground. Whatever you're experiencing is what is right for you and may have spiritual significance for you. So just notice. Is it the pillar? Is it the cluster? Or is it a single? And whatever color this might be also may have significance to you. Well, we're going to reach out and touch this crystal, whether it's the pillar, the cluster, or the tiny little crystal at the bottom. You're going to reach out and touch that. As you reach out and touch that, you're going to notice that there is a vibration, a harmonic. And that vibration, as you touch it, vibrates through your whole being and goes into your heart space and resonates a harmonic in your heart space. And that harmonic now sends out this healing, pulsing waves of energy through your whole body, through your whole energy field. And as that energy is pulsing through your body, pulsing through your energy field, it also pulses through your awareness. And as you allow that pulsing, this energy is purifying, clearing, and neutralizing any remaining downloaded energy that's not yours. It's neutralizing it. It's just becoming stuff. So just allow yourself to breathe that in. Allow that energy to do its work. And know that you're a part of that process because of your willing awareness to step into a higher level of joy, a higher level of gratitude, higher level of abundance, higher level of peace. Now gently, gently, gently release that crystal. And you'll feel more energized, more empowered than you have in a while. And then notice that next to this crystal is an object, whether it's another crystal or whether it's a symbolic object or even just a word or a thought or feeling. Receive that. That is a gift to assist you on your journey right here, right now. So receive that, take that with you, knowing that your specific situation is being honored and being entrusted to Spirit. Spirit is answering the call and being of support and assistance to you. And now return to the entrance of the cave. And as you return to the entrance of the cave, notice how grateful you feel. Notice how joyful you feel. And you leave a token here of your joy and your gratitude. Again, you might want to leave a word or a thought or a feeling or some symbolic object. Leave that here with all the gratitude in your heart. And allow yourself to step away from the cave, stepping back through time and space, back into the here and now, into this time and space, back fully into the awareness of your body, into the awareness of the room that you're in, into the awareness of the here and now. And take a deep breath in and exhale and welcome back. So thank you for that, joining me in that guided meditation. If you had a sense of the ancientness of this cave, that others had been here before, this is letting you know that you're clearing some old trauma, some hereditary trauma, that not only clearing it for yourself, but you're clearing it for your offspring. so that it goes both ways, that there's healing of the past and healing of the future generations. So that's a beautiful thing. If you felt, that's Phil. Hello.
Just turning it on, that's all.
It worked. If you felt that the entrance to the cave, stepping in the entrance to the cave was new, then recognize that this is your journey. You're clearing your stuff. You're getting free. You're getting clear. And this is your personal stuff. Okay. When you notice the crystals and you found the central crystal in the beam of light, if you received the pillar, if you saw the pillar, this is asking you to stand up in your power. What does that mean? Standing up in your power means to stand in your truth. That fear may have blocked you in the past, or made you feel shy in the past, or made you hold back in the past. This is not putting you in harm's way. This is asking you to stand in your truth, not project out into somebody else's world, but just to stand in your truth and feel the structure of that. Know that you're recreating this powerful structure of who you are and who you are in this time and space. And this is your opportunity to shine. And you can let the love of light, the living light of love, pour down on you, and you can receive that clearly. If you received a cluster, this is letting you know that it's time for you to expand your gifts. Share, give. Because a cluster of the points go in all different directions. So this is asking you to share what you know, share what you have, share your blessings, share your joy, share your spiritual gifts. All right? And if you receive the little crystal, the single crystal, this is asking you to go in. Look inward. Heal the inner being. Notice the inner being. Reconnect the heart and the will. This is about finding time to be you. That makes sense? Okay. Whatever gift you received may have spiritual significance for you. Has anybody mentioned any spiritual gifts yet, Mr. Phil?
Yes.
Okay, I can interpret those.
Mary said I like lynxes. And Andrea said, I got a new penny and gave a tree branch with green leaves.
Okay, so back to Mary. Mary likes lynxes. I'm not sure what that.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't either.
Okay, well, anyway, I do. Lynxes are awesome.
Okay. So Andrea, she got a new penny
A new penny.
and gave a tree branch with green leaves.
Okay, so let me do that much. So the new penny, this is acknowledging bright opportunity. When we see a penny, it's often, we say pennies from heaven. You know, it's your ancestors, it's your spiritual beings on the other side that are here to connect with you. So you have help. So your help is your ancestors who have already had their healing, who have already cleared their trauma or whatever, and they're here to support and assist you in your journey. And to give a tree branch that's blooming or that is leafing out, this is about acknowledging your willingness to grow. It's time to grow, it's time to expand, and you're taking it on. Good for you. Good for you.
And her crystal was single, small, and green.
So again, you can't grow if you don't focus on you. Do you. Do you now. And do you the best that you can, because now it's time to grow. Okay? What else?
Valerie, a cluster of yellow citrine.
Ooh, yellow citrine. I love citrine. I have a collection of that. So citrine is about joy and abundance, both of those things. So a cluster of citrine is about tapping into that ability to be joyful no matter what, and to be abundant, have that abundant life no matter what. Does that make sense to you? Anything else on that?
And Brandy, I connected to a rainbow portal that had an iridescent cluster. And I'll continue.
Who said this? I'm sorry?
Brandy.
Brandy. Okay, so this rainbow is everything that you need is here and available to you. Everything on every level. So all colors, all energy vibrations are here for you. So maybe one moment you might need calming energy, another minute you might need joyful energy, another minute you might need empowered energy. This gives you everything you need at a moment's notice. Okay. And so what else did she receive? I'm sorry.
She got a miniature horse figurine and gave a quarter.
So a miniature horse figurine. So this is about, horses are about movement. So they're letting you know, this horse is letting you know that wherever you are, you're moving forward. It may not feel like you're moving forward, but you are. The power of movement. Horses are all about power, because you can go a lot further on horseback than you can on foot. They're very powerful animals, and they're very intuitive. When I do animal communications, I love communicating with horses. They're extremely communicative, and they have this grace of spirit that is just profound, just profound. So you're tapping into that energy. So you have this ability to be empowered. You have the ability to help others be empowered. And you have this ability of this telepathic communication available to you. So you can utilize that. And you gave a quarter. Okay, so a quarter is 1/4 of something. So this is letting you know that don't give yourself away. Don't give yourself away. Keep your energy for yourself, and share what you can. So don't do 100% right now. That makes sense? Give what you can, but you're not withholding anything. You're just protecting the energy that is necessary for you right now in this time of your life. Make sense? It's imperative for you to nurture and protect yourself and your own energy. Okay? Does that make sense? What else?
Tom, a little bit long here, so I'm just going to read part of it, and then we'll finish up when you come back here.
Okay. I have no idea what time it is.
Old cave, small entrance. Crystal was a small pillar, also clustered. It was white and picked up on the color of light energy I carried of magenta.
Okay. So the small entrance, this is letting you know that it's not been easy. Your journey has not been easy, but it's been worth it. And it's going to be even more worth it the more you move into this. So just because the entrance was small, it's just letting you know that this is in a way protective. So that only you can come here. Only you are going to cross this into this space. It's sacred space for you. If it were me, I would use this as a meditation space in the future. It's like a sacred sanctuary for you. Then that's what the significance of this smaller opening is. You had a smaller crystal pillar. So again, standing in your truth, standing in who you are, standing up for yourself. And the magenta color, also with the cluster kind of energy. Share what you know. You know stuff. Share that. When you feel it's possible to do that, do that. And this magenta energy, magenta is the combination of purple and red. So purple is divine connection. When you're standing in the light, receiving this energy from spirit, you'll have a knowing and an understanding, and you'll be empowered to share that. Does that make sense to you? Anything else on that, Phil?
Yep, and he said I received a heart-shaped glow with a gold ring around it. And
a heart-shaped glow with a ring around it. Okay, so the heart-shaped glow, this is love. Spirit is wanting you to know how much they love you. You're a loving, kind person, and they want you to know how much they love you. And the gold ring around that is about knowing your worth, knowing the worth and the value of their love for you, and having enough worth, self-worth, that you can receive it fully. Okay, go ahead.
And he gave a solid gold coin back.
A solid gold coin back. Okay, so then again, this is worthy work, worthy effort. Whatever you put your heart into, whatever you put your attention on is worthy. If it's not worthy of your attention, don't do it. If it's something that's necessary for you to do, it's worth your intent and your awareness and your empowering energy into it. So whatever you're focusing on, whatever you're choosing to do that with this empowered, joyful energy. Thank you. Anything else, Mr. Phil?
There's tons. So you want to just do like one or?
Why don't we do one more and then go ahead and leave your posts here. I will stay online and answer these and then check back throughout the day because people.
She does it all the time, not
Yeah.
often. She always does it.
Okay, so whenever you post something there, just know that I'll get a notification. I will respond to these for you. Okay,
Allie said I gave back a single oyster cracker.
a single oyster cracker.
Yeah.
Geez, thanks, Allie. Let's stump the psychic. Okay, a single oyster cracker. What did you get? It may have a relationship to what you get. What did you get, Allie? Did she tell you?
No, not yet.
Okay. So, so an oyster cracker is, of course, you can't have tomato soup without an oyster cracker, right? They're not got a lot of flavor, but they got a lot of crunch. So this is adding flavor. This is adding enjoyment. This is adding something new to your life. Allow yourself to be different. You get to be different. Everybody else in the world gets to be who they are, and you get to be you. You're the best you can be. And allow yourself to do that, and do that with honor. Make sense? Anything else?
Yep, but like I said, we got to move along.
Okay.
Allie just said a golden locket and a large brown I can't see.
A large brown I can't see?
Uh-huh. Maybe I can see it on yours.
I don't know. Oh, the computer gets hung up back there. So a gold locket, did you say? So a gold locket, this is about love and about knowing what you value. I know, I see the dog. Sleeping dog. So you have a locket, which is about love. So this is, again, receiving that love.
And a large brown owl feather.
Oh, owl feather. This is wisdom. This is wisdom. Your wisdom may not look like worldly wisdom, but it's your wisdom. So you know stuff. You have a sense of stuff that is creating a knowing. Share that. Share that. And offer it as needed. Give people breadcrumbs to find their way. Okay? Make sense? Anything else, Mr. Phil?
No, I was just letting everybody see the silly dog. Of course, the chair was hiding her most of the time. Hey, dog. Hey. You. Okay, we got to go.
Well, I have enjoyed today.
It's been fun.
Thank you very much for being here.
Happy Mom's Day.
Happy Mom's Day.
Make
And
sure
if-
you go say hi to your mom, text her, wave out the window, do something for Mom.
Well, you know, my mom has passed. Her name was Ethel. She loved leopard prints, and this was her necklace and ring. So I, in honor of my mom, I'm wearing this today. So thanks, Mom. Love ya. Anyway, have a great week. We'll see you Wednesday Wisdom, 6:30, same bat channel, same, what was that? Same bat time, same bat channel.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, we're too old.
We're too old for that. Okay, so we'll see you then. I'm not sure what that's going to look like, but it'll probably have more energy about clearing old stuff. So stay connected, heart space. Love
Bye.
y'all. Bye.